Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a home vlog. I'm your host. My name's Richard, and you're watching Scent Wars and Good Vibes. This up here, that was from Memento Mori. It's a gift shop at the Haunted Mansion. That was taken. I think it was before COVID, and then when we tried again after, because we weren't allowed back in the country for a year or two, I think it was. Because of COVID, they stopped doing those. If you remember, it was it changes. If I just moved to the sides, it changes you into an alien, into a zombie even, and then you're back to where you are, and then if you watch, you change into a zombie. It's great, isn't it? But they stopped doing it for COVID, I think. Anyway, that's by the by. So what we're going to do for the first part of this video, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of a scent war. I'm going to show you how I pick which perfumes I'm going to pick for the setup, and I'm going to show you how I set them up and how I actually research what I'm looking for. Because obviously if I get a scent, I'll need to know what the notes are. So I have a look online to what's in it, and I make some notes. So I'm going to show you how I do all that. That's my script, and hope you enjoy that little bit. And then we'll go actually into the scent war itself. Okay, so I'll see you upstairs in a couple of minutes. Right, so we're up in my our bedroom. In the top drawer of our chest of drawers, or one of our chest of drawers, we have a whole selection of perfumes. So these are this is all sent to us in various forms. Some in first in monthly subscriptions, and in other forms as well. We have surprises sometimes. We never know what we're going to get. Anyway, they're all Sol de Janeiro. These are all Sol de Janeiro as well. That's that in there, in that box in there, which is I believe Jo Malone's there. That was all from the perfume calendar. Which one was it?
Look Fantastic.
Yeah, the Look Fantastic perfume calendar that I unboxed at Christmas. They're all in there, the whole lot, if you remember. Now, what I'm going to do, this is where I choose the scents for my scent war. So I'm not going to go in there at the moment because there's one or two new scents in there that I'm saving for another one. I'm going to go in here in this tin. This tin is like that. Is full of this is full of testers.
It's full of miniatures.
Miniatures, beg your pardon. Yeah. Teeny tiny miniatures. So we're going to have a look in here. Now in the top, the newest ones that have arrived are from Jo Malone. So that's one of them. So we've got one, and recently they sent a whole like a packet of 5, and they're all here. They're all small testers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where was the 5th one? I think that was it, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And 5. So those are all Jo Malone. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's a large Jo Malone in the drawer as well, though.
Oh, yes, there is. So, for now, I'm going to close this.
It's the one with the silver lid.
The reason these are kept in here is if you put perfume of any kind in direct sunlight, it goes bad. It goes off. It's not good. So keep it cool and dry in a safe place, away from animals and then it won't do anyone any harm. But that's the reason you never put it in direct sunlight or on the dressing table in direct sunlight, because the perfume will go off. Just a little tip for you. I learnt that from my wife. Okay, so we're going to put that back in there like so. There's another. This is a larger version of the Jo Malone. So that's that one. Close that drawer up. So was that from the Christmas calendar?
That was day 25 from the Look Fantastic calendar.
Right. So that was from day 25 from the Look Fantastic advent calendar. And if you go back and have a look at my unboxing of it, you'll see it. So we've got 5, 6, we've got 7 there. So there's 7 women's eau de parfums right there. Okay. Now for the men, and you've already guessed it. So for the men's, we've got French Connection UK body spray sport. Yes, it is a deodorant. We've got CK Into You, my very own. And we've got Nivea Cool Kick, and we've got Nivea Sensitive Protection. 2 different styles, same company, but just 2 different smells there. We've also got Calvin Klein CK1, as that's obviously Calvin Klein as well. We've got Adidas Dive, and we've got Adidas Game. So yes, you guessed it, the next scent war is going to be men versus women. So it's deodorants and aftershaves there against women. So we're going to have men versus women to see who reigns supreme, see which is the better smell. And I'm going to make the decision. I know what they smell like, and I know what they smell like. But if you go through the year, month by month, as you will know, the atmosphere changes, as does the weather, because it just does. The further you progress toward winter, the less generally you can smell on your sensors on your skin, because the skin tends to dry out in the winter. That's the whole point of moisturizer. As in the summer we sweat more, so it allows more lubrication, if you like. But in the winter we don't sweat as much, so that's where layering comes into it, where you spray it on your clothing as opposed to on your skin. So anyway, that aside, I'm going to decide through a scent war who wins. So it's female and male, men versus women. Should be a lot of fun. What do you think, Dave?
What do I think about what?
About the scent war.
I think it's going to be interesting.
Men versus
Especially
women.
when you mix them and you spray one man and one woman's together.
Together, exactly.
Yeah.
To see if they clash, or if they don't clash, if they mix well, or
Because I've never mixed Jo Malone with anything else, so it'll be quite interesting to see.
Exactly, that's the whole point. So it'll be Jo Malone versus all of these for the men. So we'll see who comes out on top. I might even do a little poll for you. So as you know, it's not just for fun. If I'm going to put a poll on the community website.
Who's going to win, men
who's
or
going to
women?
win, men or women? Let me know, okay? So we've done the selection. So this is now a continuation from selecting what I want to use to the script that's how I know what to say and when. So you've seen it's going to be the men versus the women. So what have we got? Well, first things first, we need a piece of paper. Alexa, spare room 90%. Ah, good. Bit of light. So let's see. So far, let's see what we've got. So we know what they are, so that's all right. So we know we've got Nivea Cool Kick, and we know we've got Nivea Sensitive. Okay, so we know about those two. There's nothing complicated about that. Okay, French Connection UK. This is sport. Nothing complicated about that. Okay, there's one. It's only one particular smell. French Connection UK sport. It's sport. It's the sport smell. So and it's a deodorant. So those three are fine. Okay. CK1 into you. Now, this is for him. What I'm going to do with this one, I'm just going to remind myself what's in it because it's a little bit different from CK1. So the way I do that, a little bit of research. So this is all the prep that goes in to a scent war, and so here we go. Just going to warm up the computer. Okay, so what we're looking for when it is done. It's just taking a couple of seconds to warm up. There we are. Right. So now, okay. So we're going to look at CK into you. CK in to you for him. It's the spray. There we go. Right. So we'll click on the spray, and there it is. And it should hopefully tell us, or rather tell me, let's have a quick look. I'm just looking. There we are. Right. So on the, I'll just show you quickly. So on the description here, says this vibrant fragrance combines fresh lemon and tango lime with spicy notes of cocoa and musk, creating a captivating scent, captures the excitement of city life. So what I need here is fresh lemon and tango lime. So I'm going to make a note of that. So fresh lemon and tango lime. Spicy notes of cocoa and musk. Spicy notes of cocoa and musk. So that's that. CK into you for him. Okay. Let's see. Adidas Dive. That has its own scent, so we're all right with that. No problems there. And this is Adidas Game. Again, that's got its own scent. No need to research that. And this is Classic CK1. That's almost a carbon copy, apart from there's a little bit of eucalyptus leaf in there as well. So it's almost exactly the same, but a bit of eucalyptus leaf. Very, very similar scent, but Calvin Klein. Right. And these are these are all going up against Jo Malone. So we've got this one straightforward. We've got let's see, wood sage and sea salt. I think that's straightforward, isn't it? Nothing complicated there. And this next one again by Jo Malone of London, and it actually says what it is on it: cypress and grapevine. So cypress and grapevine. So no need to look that up either, because that's there. And then these five. These are a set of five. These are a set of five testers, all by Jo Malone. I'm just going to if I go back, I'm just going to research that quickly. So we put in Jo Malone, pack of five. Pack of five, there it is. And there it is. Right, that's the one. That one there. So what I'm looking for here is there they are. Right, accept. So hopefully you can see those. Right, so there they are. That's what I'm looking at. So we've got, let's see. So on the description here, it includes mellow English pear and freesia. You've got flirtatious peony and blue suede, freshwood sage and sea salt, zesty lime, basil and mandarin, and pomegranate noir. Right. So I've got everything that I need now. Okay, so everything's now in place. So everything's now, so we're now ready. Okay, my camera's set up. Okay, I'm where I should be. So welcome to another scent war. It's men versus women. I say. Um, so I've got I've got an assortment of men's deodorants and aftershaves, and they're going to go up against Joe Malone, Eau de Parfum. So without further ado, let's get it straight into it. So we're going to start. In fact, we're going to go through these testers. So first one that comes up is the Mellow English Pear and Freesia. So we've got Mellow English Pear and Freesia. I'm just going to make sure I don't spray it in my eye or anything. That's it. So that's the pear and Freesia, and that's going to be against Nivea Cool Kick. So here we go. I'm just going to straighten my camera out slightly. That's better. So here we go then. So right. Well, the fun part of this is the Nivea Cool Kick. It's sort of a neutral, fresh smell, and yes, it's a deodorant, but it blends very nicely with the English Pear and Freesia because it's a neutral scent. But it's cool kick because after the initial spray, it has a lovely fresh breezy smell to it, and it's really nice. It's really nice. It goes very well with the Joe Malone, English Pear and Freesia. Very well, very nicely with that. It doesn't clash at all. Okay, so I'm going to call that a draw. Okay, they're as nice as each other on those. So that's a draw so far with those. Next up, we've got Flirtatious Peony and Blush Suede. So Flirtatious Peony and Blush Suede against Nivea Sensitive Deodorant. So here we go. One thing I've got to be careful of as well, avoid, is a thing called nose blindness, which is the thing. Many of you will have heard of it. I've just got to avoid. So that's why there's a pause between each spray, so I can actually smell what I'm spraying. Right. Now we have a bit of a clash. Although this is neutral, it doesn't go very well with this. So we've got let's see, Flirtatious Peony and Blush Suede. Yeah, the peony and the deodorant don't go well together. It causes a bit of a foul scent actually. Yeah, it's not nice. It's a little bit like BB the other room, that sort of smell. It's very bitter, a very bitter smell. So if I had to pick one out of these, they don't go well together. If I had to pick one out of the two of them, I don't like this one at all. This particular Joe Malone. That was the Blush Suede and the Peony. I don't like that. So the Nivea wins that. Yeah, I don't like that particular one. Okay, moving on. So now we've got fresh wood. Yeah, now this is fresh wood, sage, and sea salt. Speaks for itself, I think. And we're going to try that against Adidas Game. which is obviously a men's aftershave. So let's have a go at this. Oh dear, yeah. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, that's disgusting. Absolutely foul. Oh dear. Oh dear, no. No, 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 no. No, no. That doesn't go well at all. Smells like someone's mixed cleaning chemicals. That stinks. No, not good. Not good at all. No, I mean, as nice as that Adidas game is, it doesn't. No, that's horrible. So I'm gonna call that one void because they're nasty together. I mean, Adidas game is nice on its own, but together they're foul. Absolutely foul. Don't like either of those. No. Foul. Okay. What do we have next? Next we've got zesty lime basil and mandarin. So zesty lime basil and mandarin. Joe Malone, and that's going to go against French Connection UK Sport. So we're looking for, let's see, so we're looking for zesty lime basil and mandarin. So basil and mandarin really. So zesty against a clean sporty flavour. So let's see what happens. That's not bad actually. That's not bad. It's actually quite it's sweet, but it's also sour at the same time, but in a nice way. Yeah, they're not bad together. But the Joe Malone, I think, wins that one. That's sort of overpowering the sport. The sport's is only a sort of a soft fragrance, and I think the Joe Malone is overpowering that. So Joe Malone, let's see, zesty lime basil and mandarin. That wins that one, I think, against French Connection UK. That's the sport. Yeah, so that wins that one. Next we have, let's see, pomegranate noir. So we've got pomegranate noir here, and that's going to go against Adidas Dive men's aftershave. So Joe Malone noir, pomegranate noir versus Adidas Dive or Dive. Yeah, again, I think Adidas Dive, as nice as it is, it's quite weak, really. I'm going to give that one to again Joe Malone. The Noir wins that. Yeah, that's nice. So that's pomegranate Noir. Um, that's a nice scent. That's very weak. So the women win that one. Right. Now we've got the heavyweights. So we've got Joe Malone, Cypress and Grapevine. This is Cologne, and that's going to go up against Classic CK1. We already know what's in this one in Joe Malone, and obviously we have Classic CK1 So we're looking for those the fresh lemon, and we're looking for the spice and the eucalyptus leaf as well, which blends to make the classic CK1. So here we go, Jo Malone versus CK1. Oh, this is close. They're very nice together. I'm going to give that. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to give that to Jo Malone. That's a really nice scent. That one. It just pips CK1. CK1 it's nice, but again, it's a subtle scent. It's not one that's overpowering, and for that reason, I'm going to give that to Jo Malone. Okay, yeah. So let's see, that's the great, yeah. It's a slightly stronger scent. Jo Malone's a slightly stronger scent. CK1 Classic, it's more subtle, so it's softer, a softer scent. So I'm going to give that to Jo Malone again. So that's yeah, okay. So last but not least, we've got wood sage and sea salt. You'll recognise this one from the advent calendar, of course, the one I unboxed. So the wood sage and sea salt against my favourite, one of my favourites anyway, CK1 Into You for Him. So we know what the CK1 Into You's. We know we're looking for the fresh lemon, the tango lime, and the spicy notes of cocoa and musk. All those goodies versus Jo Malone. This is wood, sage, and sea salt. This is going to be an interesting one. Two heavyweights. Right. Unfortunately, there's an immediate clash because together, they're disgusting. Absolutely disgusting together. It smells like a tart's brothel. Yeah, together they're disgusting. I wouldn't recommend them together. Um, if I had to pick a winner, right, the Jo Malone um is a softer scent than the others. I think I'm going to go. I'm going to have to go Jo Malone again. As much as I love CK1 Into You, it doesn't. It's all right when it's on when I'm using it, but when it's with another, it clashes, and it clashes with Jo Malone. Not good. Um, and that's although it's subtle, that's a stronger scent because it's wood sage and sea salt, and the wood sage comes through there. So I'm going to go for yeah. I think Jo Malone wins there, and CK Into You is a close second. Never try them together. They're not good. Not good together. So yeah, let's see. So the winner of this particular scent war, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the ladies, and let's see, 4 to the ladies, and only 2 to the men. Yeah. So the I think Jo Malone comes out on top there, which it's just it's that's interesting. I've used a mixture of deodorants and aftershaves against a very interesting fragrance brand like Jo Malone. some of them clashed. Some of them weren't too bad. One was horrible. My favourite one out of all of them, I think, is this one, Joe Malone London. That's my favourite one out of all of them, which is Cyprus and what does that say? Grapefruit. Yeah, Cyprus and grapefruit. That's my favourite one out of the lot. That comes out on top, which is, you may be surprised because it was Calvin Klein, but yeah. So that one wins, I think. Now, I'll just show you the sort of aftermath of what happens. Where I've been testing them, I just put them to one side like this, in groups, so I know what's what. And it's a bit of a mess, but that's what happens in the background that you can't see when I'm putting things down and pick. And also, I've got to also remember which is which, so I can get a result in my head of the smell. If you remember my last the other video that I did when I was blindfolded, identifying Soldier De Niro just by the number, rather just by the scent, I was able to get the number. That was a very tricky challenge, but I will be doing more of those with others. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. So Joe Malone, for women, wins against the men's various deodorants and aftershaves. So hope you enjoyed that particular scent war. There'll be plenty more on the way. We're coming toward the end of January, so look out the beginning of February for the monthly subscriptions. They'll be coming around again. They come around quite quickly now, so I'll be unboxing those. More home vlogs to come, and we're getting ever closer to our Disney trip. So I'll be talking more about Disney over the coming weeks as well. So look out for those. Just before I go, a big shout out to Mr. Hobson, who I had he's one of my subscribers. I had a really nice chat and a catch up. So Steve, thanks for that. Shout out to you if you're listening. I will catch up with you soon and have a coffee. Okay. Other than that, thank you. By the way, you may have seen in my comments, I'll just touch on this. I'm now up to 2,000 public views, and that's thanks to all of you lovely people who have been watching my videos. So thank you for all your incredible support. It's really appreciated. That was my next milestone reached. The next one I'm after is 3,000 views, and that's when the fun can really start and the magic can really start as well. So anyway, enough of that. Thank you. From me, it's good night. Have a magical night, and I will see you in the next video. Be kind. I haven't said this for a while, but be kind. Kindness always replaces kindness. Take care, everyone. Bye for now. Hope you enjoyed it.